If you spend more than a few hours a day sitting at a desk, whether you're editing, gaming, or drowning in emails, your lower back is asking for help, and that where having a good ergonomic chair come in. Some chair can be upward of 1,000. The OTO Zenpax is on the more budget side, and at the time of filming this video, the chair can be picked up for a little over $250. I will leave a link in the description for a more accurate and up-to-date pricing. The chair comes packed in a single box, and everything inside is organized really well. I usually like to lay out all the parts before I begin since it makes finding everything a lot easier, especially if you're putting it together in a smaller room like I am. Once I have everything laid out, I like to start with the base of the chair. The first thing you'll want to grab is the bag with the casters. I like that these come color matched to the chair, which is a nice little touch. That said, I'll probably swap them out for rollerblade style casters since I personally prefer those over the standard ones. To install them, just flip the chair base upside down and press each caster into place. It's the same process as pretty much any other office chair, so if you've built one before, this part will feel really familiar. Once that's done, flip the base back over and just slide the gas cylinder into the middle. For this part, I like to use a stool or something to elevate it, so I'm not constantly bending over. The seat itself is actually pretty well thought out. It has a label that shows you which side is the front. From there, you can use the included Allen key, or if you got a power screwdriver with a hex bit, that'll speed things up a lot. I also like that having a stool slice really helps when it comes to the backrest. It kind of hangs down and makes it difficult if it's not elevated. Then you just screw it in, and I usually give it a little bit of an extra turn by hand at the end, just to make sure it's tightened down properly with a bit of torque. You're probably supposed to install the armrest while everything is still upside down, but since I already flipped it over onto the base, I kind of have to do it the hard way. The headrest is optional, so if you prefer that cleaner, shorter look without it, you can just leave it off. Installation is pretty simple. It uses a clamp style bracket. You just open it up, line it up in the center, and clamp it down to secure it. Once it's fully assembled, the Zenpax has a really clean look. I chose the gray color, and it matches the white and light gray tones of my Apple-themed desk setup really well. Compared to having a darker chair, it makes the whole space feel cleaner, lighter, and a bit more open. The Zenpax also has a more refined look than I expected. The mesh back is very breathable, which makes it comfortable during long work sessions. Overall, the build quality feels solid. When I sit down and move around, I don't notice any creaking or looseness. My only real complaint is the footrest. It's the one part of the chair that feels like it could use a little more refinement. It works, but compared to the rest of the chair, it doesn't feel quite as premium. The amount of adjustability this chair offers is really nice. The first thing you'll want to do is adjust the seat height so your feet rest flat on the floor. That gives you a much better sitting posture and creates a solid foundation before making any other adjustments. From there, you can fine-tune the seat depth. I'm not particularly tall, but I still found myself sliding the seat out slightly to get it where it felt most comfortable. If the seat is too short or pushed in too far, your legs won't get the support they need. If it's too deep, it can throw off your posture and put pressure behind your knees. Neither is comfortable, especially during long hours of work or gaming. Once you get both the seat height and seat depth adjusted properly, the chair feels much more natural and supportive for extended sitting sessions. Let's talk about the lumbar support, because this is where most ergonomic chairs make a first impression. I'll be honest. When I first sat down, my initial thought was, is this supposed to be comfortable? The lumbar support is definitely on the firmer side, and it took some adjustment to get it feeling right. But once I started dialing in the settings and found the amount of support that worked for me, I really began to appreciate it. If you're coming from a flat gaming chair like I was a few years back, you'll probably dislike almost any ergonomic chair at first. To start with less lumbar support and gradually increase it over time. It might not give you the maximum ergonomic benefit right away, but it'll help your body adjust to better posture without making every sitting session feel uncomfortable. As you get used to it, you can slowly add more support until you find what feels best. And I really like that each side of the dual zone lumbar support moves independently, so it naturally adapts as you twist and shift in your chair. Let's talk about the headrest. While it's one of the key features of this chair, I personally don't use the headrest very often. I prefer the cleaner lower back look without the headrest. You can remove the headrest without being left with visible screw holes or unfinished areas. But if you do like using a headrest, it does offer multiple adjustment points so you can position it where you need it based on your sitting style. Let's talk about the armrests. The armrests have a good range of adjustment, which is important because having the right arm position can make a big difference during long work sessions. A fun fact I recently learned is that the ideal armrest height is usually around the same height as your desk. This helps keep your shoulder relaxed and your arms in a more natural position while typing or using a mouse. The Zenpax gives you 3 main adjustments: height adjustment, forward and backward movement, rotation. The one adjustment I do wish it had is inward and outward movement, which is something I've used on other chairs and found helpful for getting a more precise fit. Overall, these adjustments still give you plenty of flexibility to fine-tune the armrest based on your desk setup and sitting style. The chair does recline and it comes with a built-in footrest, which is a nice bonus. For me, this is more of a feature I enjoy when I'm watching content or taking a quick break at my desk. So my final takeaway is that the Zenpax is a great value ergonomic chair. It offers a lot of adjustment, good support and features for the price. It may not replace my high-end embody chair, but it is a solid upgrade for anyone looking for a more comfortable chair for work or gaming. If you found this helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.